Back at you here on the Morning Brew, live from downtown. It's Tuesday morning. A pleasure to welcome to the big round table today our guest, Melissa Lee Beasley. Melissa is the executive director and founder of the Albuquerque Apparel Center, and she is directing also New Mexico Fashion Week. Bet you didn't know we had one of those, but welcome, Melissa, welcome.
Thank you. Thank you. Very glad to be here.
Now, we've heard about New York Fashion Week. Now we have our own.
Yes, we do.
It's in the end of May.
Yes, it's going to be May 29th, 30th, and 31st at the Albuquerque Convention Center. It's sponsored by the city of Albuquerque as well as Albuquerque Apparel Center, or presented by, I should say. And it is going to be the same professional runway show that you would see in New York and anywhere else.
Lots of beautiful people in the audience watching the models and all that stuff.
Yes, we already have a few celebrity designers lined up.
Do we?
A couple of which are from New Mexico. But
good.
I'm not going to give away the secrets just yet, but I will tell you that we do have a couple of celebrities from New Mexico.
Okay, good. Is this, pardon, I'm uninitiated here in the fashion thing, but is this the first one? Or have we had New Mexico Fashion Week before?
This is the very first New Mexico Fashion Week. It is something completely different than anything that the industry has had before, in the sense that, well, one unique thing is that we are going to have students helping to produce the show as well. They're going to be working hand in hand with industry professionals to produce the show, and that goes for anything from being a dresser to being a model coordinator, backstage coordinator, helping with choreography, lighting, music, photography, cinematography.
Wow, how about that?
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about the Albuquerque Apparel Center. What do you do there?
Well, the Apparel Center was started a couple of years ago. That's an educational core and also a networking core. We network everyone within the state of New Mexico in the fashion industry. We're still doing that, of course. There's quite a few people involved in the fashion industry, but we don't have a network, for instance, like the art community does. They're very well connected
and the
and
music
have resources.
community and things like that.
Well, it sounds like you're also going after getting that network right now.
Yes,
I mean,
yes, we are a hub for the entire state of New Mexico, and then we also provide classes. We have the Albuquerque Albuquerque Apparel Center School of Fashion Design, and that is actually what our proceeds are going to from this event, is for a permanent location downtown. Which also downtown, we are working with the city of Albuquerque to create a permanent fashion district located in downtown Albuquerque.
Very cool.
That's kind of coincides with the event happening in May, because that will be about the time that
how exciting.
The groundwork gets laid downtown.
Now, you said at the beginning we have some New Mexico fashion designers. A lot of people probably didn't know that.
Yes, oh yes, we have so many talented people within the fashion industry here. Absolutely, yes. And I can understand why, because there's such a wealth of beauty here. There's culture, there's inspiration. It's just, New Mexico is like no other place in the world. And so many people come here to get inspiration. And so for me, when I came here and noticed that everyone else is coming and benefiting from our beauty, but our designers didn't have the support they needed, then that's when I wanted to step in. And I have quite an extensive experience within the fashion industry.
Yeah, tell us a little bit about that.
I'm a fashion designer myself. Won several awards, including top designer out of 45 design colleges in the Midwest. That actually afforded me a scholarship, which I went to London and studied in London for a while there. I also did my internship with Manuel Cuevas. He's a Coty Design Award winner, and he also designs for the entertainment industry. If you've ever seen the big rhinestone embroidered beautiful pieces on our entertainers,
Howie has one of those jackets, you know.
I do.
Yeah, one of those rhinestone jackets. He wears around.
With my turquoise jewelry.
Or even the Elvis bell-bottom jumpsuit thing. Yes.
This is what you don't know about
Manuel designed that too. Not one of my favorites, but
we're keeping that off the show today.
But yes, and I have also been teaching college courses for over 10 years now. I taught in Chicago, in Franklin, Tennessee, before I came here, so it's given me a lot of experience and the knowledge that I need to make this successful for both Albuquerque Apparel Center and for New Mexico Fashion Week.
I love what you said about how the culture has really, how our culture kind of helps to create our fashion sense. I'm really interested in that. So what do you see that's unique to New Mexico?
Well, if you think about all the different cultures we have here, you know, we have Native American, we have Hispanic, we have, you know, just so many people. We had the migration west with the Europeans. Everything is here, and you see that. Well, I know you're a food guy, so even with food,
absolutely,
you
that's
think
what I
of
thought.
how diverse. I guess that would be an easy way to explain it. Is how diverse the food is. Well, so is our culture and our people and our fashion. From everything else from the street scenes, what you see. Kids wearing on the streets, up to immaculate ball gowns and so forth, and everything in between. It all works together.
Excited to see that during the Fashion Week. That sounds great.
Yeah. And right now we're just we're kicking it off. We're off to a great start.
Good.
But I did want to get the word out that we still are looking for volunteers. I've had some people contacting already without even really getting the word out, so it's been great. But our volunteers system is going to be rather unique as well, because we are forming, with those volunteers, we'll be forming the New Mexico Fashion Guild.
Wow.
And so that will not only assist in New Mexico Fashion Week, but it will move forward with us as we grow and help for other events, and to make those all successful. And
I'm assuming you've also maybe connected with the Albuquerque Theater Guild. It's another example of a guild that you might want to be
I
aligned
actually
with.
just met our new liaison, I guess we
Okay.
have at
Go.
City Hall.
Yeah.
I met him, was introduced to him through Mr. Rob Perry.
Great. Just sounds
And,
like
I'm really excited. But we're all working together to bring all this together.
So how will the Fashion Week event actually go? Will it be several designers doing runway shows? Will it be one big show, several shows? What's it look like?
We'll have a show. We're having a show Friday and Saturday night. And it will be a runway show like you're used to. We'll have the well-known designers and professional designers going down the runway. But another unique aspect is the fact that we are going to have designers showcase there. We have a senior designer from Santa Fe Community College, where I also teach. She will have her senior project going down the runway. And then for the undergrads who are still getting up there, up and coming, we will have their garments on display, similar to what mine is on display here. And they'll be throughout the area, so you can go around and see these talented designers that we have. And we're also going to have a trade show. We're having I guess I call it a market, but it is to kind of get people familiar with trade shows, especially the designers. It's sometimes hard to understand, how you get your designs into stores. How do you get it over here and, become a big designer? Well, that's what the market is going to be. It's a start to a permanent trade market, if you will, in downtown Albuquerque. And we also have what's called Fashion Forward seminars. We're going to have some speakers coming in from all over the country. We actually have some special guests coming in from Calgary, Canada.
Wow.
We have a rodeo queen and 2 princesses who will be doing one of the seminars. But we just have all different aspects of seminars that we're going to have. And I'm cheating. I'm looking.
That's okay.
No, that's fine.
But we're going to have the celebrity guests. But one thing I want to make sure I mention too is we're having a fashion photography contest.
Wow.
It's going to be really fun. The winning photos will be displayed at the Artistic Image Gallery here in Albuquerque.
Okay.
They'll be displayed through the month of May and June, and we'll have our first Friday Arts Crawl parties there.
Well, with all of my big wardrobe, how do I get into the photography thing?
Oh, well, you can contact the
contest.
Artistic Image directly, or you can also go to our website. We have all the information on our website at
Terrific.
newmexicofashionweek.com.
We have about a minute left, but I want you to describe what you brought here behind you.
Oh, well, this was one of my designs. I share it with my students in classes so they can open it up and see how it's made. This I did with Manuel in mind, the things I learned from Manuel as well as my Norwegian ancestry. So it's just a example so that everyone can see. I can kind of design things.
Well, that's great.
Sometimes.
Well, you really worked hard to bring that to us, and I appreciate that very much. Thank you. Melissa Lee Beasley with New Mexico Fashion Week. She also is the executive director and founder of the Albuquerque Apparel Center. And New Mexico Fashion Week is at the end of May. We'll be telling you more about it as the date approaches. And there's the Apparel Center URL right there on the screen. Thanks for being with us.
Thank you.
Thank you. I enjoyed the conversation. Back in a moment, more on the Morning Brew after this.